hello everybody. Happy, not Friday, Thursday. Yeah. Thursday night crafting shenanigans this week. Pop my face up there, Craig, so I can see everybody. Let me change the camera over here. We have changed, there we go. Hey everyone, it's Lesley here. We've changed till tonight because tomorrow we've got some plans brewing. So I figured I will come on, do a crafty stream tonight, and if you guys manage to see the notifications come through to let you know that it has been rescheduled, then you might be able to join me. If not, then hopefully if everyone joins tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, they'll realize that it was rescheduled and they'll be able to watch the replay. So if you're here, give us a holler, let us know, give me a comment so that I know you're there and so we can check the audio. We always like to know that the audio is A-OK. Kim's here. Hey Kim! Hi! Hello, my fabulous crafty friend. I think she might be talking to you, Craig. No? No? Hello, and Suze is here too. Hey Suze, how you doing, crafty Suze? And Gabby gives us a thumbs up for audio. Fabulous. Hello to Jennifer as well. Cool. Well, I'm glad that you guys are able to join me tonight. If you are watching this on the replay on Friday, then you might want to go, and I think it's like over there somewhere, click the bell, ring the bell, ding-ling, so that you can get notifications whenever things happen. Just to give you an FYI, we're coming up to Christmas. Things are happening. We've got school nativities. We've got I keep saying summer fair. Winter, Christmas fairs. We have all sorts of things happening, work dues. So very often these things are on Friday night. So there will be a little bit of disruption to the usual Friday night streams, I reckon. All good, Craigie?
Mm-hmm. No, click that camera button.
Oh yes, that's a good idea. Reset my timer. Just an FYI, the camera does a little timeout thing. It goes to sleep if I don't touch it for half an hour or 40 minutes or something. So I always have to remember and click it. Right guys, I have no idea what I'm going to do tonight. So I need you guys to tell me what we should do. Give me some ideas. So I was thinking there's a couple of things we could do. I have a strange feeling that you're going to cause me to spend some more money today. That's never my intention. I'm so sorry. But it is good to be inspired. Anyway, so I've got a couple of things we can do. We could do some stamp roulette. That's always a popular one. I could play with my scraps. See what we can make. Kim says, I'd love to see a chibi card. That's the other thing that was on my list. So let me grab these. We have got an upcoming collaboration with Chibitronics and Waffle Flower. So I have got 2 Waffle Flower stamp sets that I need to make into a card for Chibitronics. So we could do that. Let me put these down actually. Let me open this up so that you can see what they are. So we have this one here, which is called Rock On, Dude. No, it's just called Rock On. I added the dude myself. And I don't know if you guys are aware, there is I'd say famous. Maybe he's just like Instagram famous, I don't know. Certainly I recognized his illustrations. There's a famous illustrator called Mike Lowry, and he has these really cute, whimsical, hand-doodled designs. And these little bugs, I think they're bugs, are from him. So this is Rock On by Waffle Flower, but designed by Mike Lowry. And then we also have this little cutie patootie, and it is called Grow Happiness. And the illustrator here is Liz Mytinger. I'm not sure if the G is hard or soft, but you've got these sweet little mice and garden elements as well. The only problem with Chibitronics cards is that I tend to want to do something a little bit more engineered, and that takes brain power, which I don't often have much off on a Friday night, although today is Thursday, so you never know. But we could play with these anyway. The other thing that I've kind of been itching to do is play with some distressing colours that I don't normally use, because it occurred to me that I have like 36 colours or whatever, maybe there's 48, I don't know, and I probably use the same like 12. And this occurred to me because let me grab something. One of the design team members from Heffy Doodle, she made a card, and I'm grabbing this package because she sent me some of her cards, and they arrived in the post today. So I thought I would share them with you guys. That's a bit glary there. Let me move you over. And she made so she sent me this card, which is really sweet. I love it. It's got this gorgeous texture in the background, and then the pink splatters. I do love a splatter. And these are some of the cards that she has made. They're over on the Heffy Doodle blog, by the way. And I just love this one. And the other ones are tucked in here. We've got this one with the little Santa from Santa's Village. Happy birthday. It's got some gorgeous blue there in the background. So she sent me these so that I could use them at Creativation when we go. We've got this Merry Christmas one, which is really pretty with the little penguins. More penguins. And then this real fun shaker card with the veggie patch and also Hootiful there. But this card here was the one that that I said to her, how did you do the background? Because I'm loving it. It's really unusual. And she told me that it was milled lavender and something else, so distressing. So I'm like, I don't think I've ever used them. I don't think I've ever used them together at all. In fact, I don't know the last time I took out milled lavender at all. So there we go. We've got a couple of suggestions there. Kim has said, I totally want that Grow Happiness set. I've had my eye on it for a while. Well, maybe we should make something with that then. And then Kim says, I was wondering how you do your design team, Lesley. Is there an application or a set time to apply? All right. So we have got a team at the moment which takes us up to I want to say February. Carries us over past Creativation anyway. It was too much to change team before Creativation. We will, however, be making some plans to put together a new team. So there will be a design team call. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. It could be like January. The call would be probably, but the term won't start until maybe March or April. I don't even know for sure. That's the design team coordinators. She would know better. So there will be a design team call. It will go up onto the Heffy Doodle blog. That's where you'll find the details of that. Let me grab some cardstock. And I've got an itchy nose. I think my hair is tickling it. And yes, so we'll actually be changing around our design team requirements for the new term. So there's no point me telling you what the requirements are for this term because it'll be completely different. Will it go out in the newsletter as well? Yes, it will. Absolutely. We will let you guys know on the newsletter. All right, so let's play with Grow Happiness. And we need some flowers for sure. I'm trying to think, how could we do it? We could have some blue lights to look like water coming out of the little watering can. That might be cute. Maybe have, actually, what I'm going to do is try and plan it out. Let them see. Okay, so if this is my card base, let me just make sure that I haven't massacred it. 4 1/4 by, okay, this is too long, 5 1/2. Let me chop that down. So I've got the right size of card for planning my card tonight. Kim says, oh great, making a note in my planner right now for January. Woohoo, cool. There is a really, really good blog post that Craig did on the Heffy Doodle blog about tips for applying for a design team. I would recommend to everybody to go and read that, because that will give you a really big head start in regards to what we may be looking for. So yeah, you should check that out. Hiya! Okay, I can't say your name. Kajika? Cross. Hi, whatever your name is, darling. You'll have to write it phonetically so I can make sure I'm saying it correctly. We've got Maria here, my craft rate of happiness. Woohoo! And Anna, hey! And Maria's about ready to go to bed. So I'm looking at this stamp set by Waffle Flower. And we have a request to do a Chibitronics card. So what I'm going to do is try and plan something out. So what if we did a card, a tall card with a tiny little bucket and a big sunflower. And let's see, this guy needs to be like pouring water on it. Where is he gone to? We could have like water coming down like this, and then he'll need to be up here. Pouring in the water. So that this can grow big. Well, maybe center it a bit more. And in fact, I might put the pot on top of the stem a little. Can you guys see me when I put my head down there? Okay, good. And we could like have little water droplets coming down, couldn't we? And then we could have more flowers along the bottom for extra cuteness, and then maybe a grow happiness. We could have plant dreams either. That might work. He's just floating in midair at the moment. Oh dear. My real name reads Kaya or Kaya. Oh, let's go with that. Okay. Okay. Please, can you say the name again? Maria is off on her vacay tomorrow. Woohoo! He could be standing on another flower. I like that idea. I was just going to do a circle or something, and he could be arbitrarily up there. Or what about a window? I wonder if I can use like a window from another set or something. You could just make a window. So he's like, pointed at the window. Let's see. He could be standing on top of his girlfriend. Or brother, I don't know, sister. Looks more feminine. Yeah, I don't want to like overkill it. The window is a good idea. Yeah, But when I'm making cards for a collaboration, I try to be considerate and think that they might not want me using a stamp set from another company. They might not bother at all. But I like to be considerate. Looking for my bar magnet. Got too many misties, that's the problem. You can hand draw a little windowsill. Yeah, that's very true. Uh-oh. Pop you around this way. That'll do. Just doodle a window. We all know you have the skill. Oh, the pressure of doing that with everybody watching. I've been doodling today because I need to get my next release done. It's funny because I was all set to do, right, I'm going to do a stamp about top secret, sorry. And I drew two things. I did loads of sentiments. I was like, okay, I know what I need to draw. I just need to visualize it. And then, and then I went to look up something on the internet and got completely derailed, and then got all this inspiration for a completely different topic, and then sat and doodled about 10 things for this second topic. So my original plan may actually go out the window, but that's fine, because as long as we've got some stamps for the release, it doesn't matter what they are. You guys will be in on the know though. You'll know all the secrets. You'll be like, this wasn't supposed to be on this release. It's funny because one of the stamps that's going to be released on our next release was supposed to be released in October, but I ran out of time. You gotta draw a line. Please say the name of the video you recommended for an idea of what it takes to join a design team. It was not a video, it was a blog post on the Heffy Doodle blog. So Heffy Doodle is, oh, it's like, surely I've got something that says Heffy Doodle on it. Heffy Doodle looks like this. Oh. Heffy Doodle. H-E-F-F-Y Doodle. And if you go to heffydoodle.com/blog, and you should be able to search for tips maybe, or tips design team, something like that. So that will help you. All right. I'm going to colour these guys in first, and then I'm going to figure out the rest of the design. I discovered something though. I had this box, this grey box, and I had all the Heffy Doodle new release in here, but I put them away with all my other stuff. And now I think this is going to be a perfect box to sit on my table during my live stream, so that my table doesn't get crowded. So we'll see if that actually goes according to plan. So I'll grab some Copics, and I'm just going to grab these as well, which are my Nouveau pens. So I have a little selection going on. Ooh, I need to show you guys something else actually. So on one of my other streams, I was talking about how my pens are running out. In fact, you probably have heard it on nearly every stream, because every time I pull out my Copics, I'm like, oh, this one doesn't work. So somebody commented on my video, thank you very much, by the way, to say that if I'm going to replenish my Copic markers, I should really do it soon because the price is going up. So here you go, you guys, if you want to buy Copic markers, do it now. Put it on your Christmas list. So this is what I bought. I bought it for myself. And it is a tiny, tiny scale. So it's a micro scale. And it weighs to a 0.01 of a gram. And there's articles online about how much a pen should weigh when it's filled with ink, and how much a pen should weigh with the lids off as well. So the idea is that at some point when I have time, I can weigh all my pens, figure out which ones are in the most need of refilling, and then order the inks, refill them, and as I refill them, I can keep an eye on the weight to fill them the correct amount. And I bought this off Amazon. It's not expensive at all, and it just takes a couple of batteries, and in fact the batteries came with it, and they've got this handy little storage section here as well. So that's a micro scale, so that's exciting. Woohoo! Have to do that one day. So you actually hand draw your stamp sets. You don't use the computer for the actual drawing. Also, where did you come up with your company name? Oh, I love questions. I'm going to color while I answer your questions. But before I answer that question, I saw somebody mention about coloring on, I think it was Nina cardstock, and how it was really bleedy. This is Nina I've got here today actually. And somebody responded, this sometimes happens to me when I'm colouring on a slick surface or something underneath. And they said that they had coloured on a glass mat. And then the response was, oh yeah, colour with another piece of cardstock underneath. And that will mean that you'll get a better blend. I had never heard of that before. Had you guys heard of that? That you'll get a better blend if you have another piece of cardstock, or technically less bleeding if you get another piece of cardstock underneath. In a way, it makes sense that if you've got something slick underneath, the ink is here and it wants to go down, but it's slick, so it goes out to the side and bleeds out. Whereas if you've got another piece of cardstock underneath, it can tap the excess ink off on the cardstock. But I thought that, my dear, is a wonderful tip. So if anyone is struggling, they could try that. So the question was, do you actually hand draw your stamp sets? You don't use the computer for the actual drawing. So I find that I can draw much more organically with a pencil. I have a Microsoft Surface tablet with a pen, but I like to draw my images by hand in a sketchbook, and then I will, let's say, take a photo of it and bring it into the computer, and then use the computer to go over my lines. A lot of the time I need to simplify my shapes, because with a stamp set, as you can see here, the least lines possible will make it, I think, a better stamp set. So I probably have some somewhere. Hold on. See if I can find any that you might recognize, although I can't show you this completely because a lot of it has upcoming stamps in it. Here's some of my owls, as you can see. There's another owl that got turned into a stamp in the Hootiful set. This guy as well. Some Santa's Village doodles. Some Veggie Patch. Veggies. This guy didn't make the cut. Good night, Maria. Have a lovely time in your holiday. This was the original draft for the Stamp Timber set. So yeah, there you go. So let's add some more color to this little guy. What color is like terracotta? Hold on. Ooh, E08. I cannot find it. There you are. I got it. Nice. E08, and I'll blend that out with a little YR04. In case you're wondering, I'm looking at my hex chart. YR04, which is here. And on my hex chart, I have all my Copic colors on there so that I can see the different colors. Yes, because the ink soaks through the cardstock, you need something to absorb it, says Kim. Yes. Okay, let's do all these leaves. Similar colors. Oh, my stomach is rumbling. No bleeding stuff with pencils, says Anna. Anna, I wish I could manipulate pencils like you do. You are like the goddess, the queen of all the pencils. I drool over your work. For sure. Maria says, well, I wish you all a wonderful evening and night, Lesley. A card will be on your way tomorrow. Oh, yay. Thank you. Have a lovely holiday, darling. I want to know all about it when you get back. Are there any greens? This one is dead. G00 maybe. It's a bit on the blue side, to be honest. Might be better with a yellow. Kaya says, is Heffy Doodle planning a new design team call? I wasn't here all the time and I heard you talk about the design team and applying for it. That's why I'm asking. Yes, so I was saying that we have a design team which are in the middle of their term at the moment. And their term will be finishing. It's after Creativation, so I'm thinking it might be March, but I'm not sure. But in January, rough guideline, we will be doing a design team call for people to apply for the next term. So we'll probably be asking for applications in about January, but the term won't start until whenever it is, the March or April or something. But before we can do a call, I need to figure out what the new team needs to do, because there will be some changes to what the requirement is for the team. So, yep, keep your eyes open for that. This is going to be sunflower because it's really tall. So I'm going to do some little flicks with some bright yellowies and oranges. And then do some browns in the middle. Browns? Sunflowers brown in the middle? Or are they more like a blacky brown maybe? I'm not sure. Would you think it would be handy to have your Copics arranged in a hex pattern? Hold on. Would you think it would be handy to have your Copics arranged in a hexagon pattern like Sandy's hex chart? I'm thinking about making something like that for myself. Yes, that's Sandy's is what I use up here. Let me show you. This is what I use. And I have two layers here, the greys are underneath. And that just goes to show I don't have a lot of Copics. There's over 100, but there's a lot more I could have. So yes, I find that very useful. I very much do. That is so cool, Lesley. I love seeing that sneak peek into your sketchbook. I adore your stamp sets. I remember when your company was about to launch, I heard the news from Sandy. Yay! Love Sandy. She is awesome. Yay! You're one of the original then. I'm gonna give this guy, I don't even know, maybe that's a girl. Maybe I'm being genderist, sexist to mice. I don't know. I don't really want to colour the rest of them until I figure out what my card will be. So let me start die cutting. Oh, I don't have the dies. I'm gonna clean my stamps, my scissors, and then I'll figure it out. Because we have to do the Chibitronics. So my scissors are a bit gunky, so I'm using an antiseptic wipe here to give it a bit of a clean. I should have done it before the show, but anyway. Yes, I wanted to mention to you guys, next week I have a friend visiting. She does do a little bit of crafting, so I'm trying to convince her to join us for a special guest edition of Come Craft With Me, and I'm going to work on that, but please turn on your notifications, because if for some reason she decides that she doesn't want to do the stream, then I may have to do a stream another night so that we are freed up to do hostess things on the Friday. But I'm going to try and get her to join in. All right, we're nearly done. So Kim asked, where did I get my name from? So some of you may already know this, but some of you might not. So I will mention it. And it all stems from when I was going out with Craig at university, my hubby, and he would marvel at the fact that I would eat so much food. We would go out for dinner and I'm like, yum, 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 yum. I love my food. And he said one day, in jest, it was funny, don't hate him, he said, oh, you're like a heifer, like you're a hungry heifer. And I was like, ha ha ha, chortle, chortle, funny, funny. And then a couple of times after that, he would go, like, this would be his go-to phrase, like, come on, hungry heifer. And I think one day I just was not in the mood to play ball, and I was like, can you please stop calling me a hungry heifer? I have feelings. I'm going to get annoyed about it. Like, I just don't want, it's not very nice. Don't call me a heifer. A heifer is a cow. No, please. And he just put his arms around me and he went, but you're my Heffy. And of course, I smiled and he got away with it. And so then after that, my nickname was Heffy. So fast forward a few years after me working in a craft shop and all sorts, he finally convinced me that I should have a website or a blog where I could share all of my crafty creations. And he was the one who helped me set it up. And he was the one who helped me record videos and all that stuff. And I decided to call it Hungry Heffy Crafts. So I still have my personal blog, although to be fair, there's not much activity on it because I now spend a lot of my time working for Heffy Doodle. And yes, so I am Heffy. And when I was designing my own stamps, looking in my sketchbook, that was a doodle by me. That was a doodle by Heffy. That was a Heffy doodle. And so that's where the name comes from. Heffy Doodle. And yes, there we go. And that's the story. All right, we've got a mouse. We got a mouse. I didn't bother going all the way in there. Not going to bother with that. That is so cool. Yay. Awesome. We'll keep an eye on it, says Kaya. Okay, cool. All right. Let's cut this little guy out. So what have you guys been up to this week? This week, on Tuesday, I was a wasp. I was walking around my daughter's school dressed as a wasp. We have, I'm going to put my hair up. It's getting hot in here. The Parents Teacher Association, the acronym is WASPs. And we're trying to recruit some more members. And so we decided that we would buzz around the school buildings dressed as wasps, handing out little flyers to try and get more people involved. Also this week, I have pretty much just been in doodle mode. which is good on the inspiring days and frustrating on the non-inspiring days. Yay. Okay, we're getting there. So guys, what's your thoughts about the background of this card? Do we keep it simple? Because we want the, if we're gonna go for blue lights coming out of the, I keep forgetting the word, watering can, then we might want to just keep the background quite simple. What do you reckon? Flower. Move my bin over there. Oh, questions. I love questions. So where do you get your inspiration for your doodles? It's going to sound stupid, like it's such a cop-out, but everywhere. Everywhere and nowhere. The original, like sometimes I'll see something and that will be my jumping off point. So I'm trying to think of an example. Right, okay, so for Honey Bunny Boo, it was a bunny, this sort of shape of a bunny that was on a kid's t-shirt at a local grocery store, and I looked at it, I was like, that's really cute. And then I came home and then was like playing around with like the shape of the bunny and the legs and things, and obviously it's not the same because it's my doodle, but it was inspired by that. For the Hootiful, for the owls, that was inspired by a children's book. The next set that's coming up, it's very close, was inspired by Piper, who was binge watching something on Netflix. So you'll find out what that is in our next release. And sometimes I'll be inspired because I'll come up with a sentiment. And those are amazing, but also can be really tricky. Piper, for example, yesterday said she came home from school and she went, Mommy, I've had a fantastic idea for a stamp set. And sometimes I have to go like, oh, tell me, because it's fantastic in her 7-year-old brain. But sometimes they make very little sense to perhaps the rest of us. And so she told us the idea of what it was. It was a pun. And Craig was upstairs and I heard him go, like laugh his head off. And I said to Craig, I said to Piper, quickly grab the chalk and write it on the blackboard. So we've got a really good pun-based sentiment on the chalkboard, ready for some doodly inspiration to happen. Sometimes that's the annoying thing though, because you might have the most fantastic, amazing sentiment, and then I'm just not inspired to draw things. I don't consider myself like an experienced illustrator or an artist. I don't at all. I feel like I have to work at my doodles, and I'm very much like, oh, I can't get this just right, and I get frustrated with it. But I know a lot of other stamp companies, they will use other illustrators to do their stamps. But if you think I'm bad, like wanting to get my stamps just right, and I'm the artist, I think it would be worse if it was someone else. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the fact that because I design my own stamps, there won't be the issue of it being replicated elsewhere. I have heard of instances, very sad and unfortunate instances, where a company has used an artist to draw something for a stamp set, and then the artist has, and sometimes completely within their right to do so, use that illustration for other purposes. Maybe it's for children's book, maybe it's for posters, maybe it's for another stamp company or stationery company, etc. So I know I'm not going to have that issue unless somebody goes and uses my illustration illegally, because that would be illegal, because I can't use it without my permission. And I'm going to say no, of course. Oh, great. Kim's suggesting maybe you could just do a light blue blended background with some clouds and a sun. Maybe, baby. Okay, we done. Whoop. Okay. So I'm just using this piece of card as a placeholder at the moment because it's a slightly different color to these ones. So I thought we could just do a circle. A little circle here. And he is here. Problem if I do the circle. Let me see. Might need to make my sunflower much lower. Like here. So that I have enough room. Let me try it the other way around. We can maybe get more movement then. If I did this like this, and this could kind of come out and down. I think I'll need one more flower if I do it that way. Of course, I don't have to have a flower pot. None of the rest of these have flower pots. And we make this one lower. What do you think, you guys? I get it. Your company is like another child. I feel the same way about mine. I'm a perfectionist and I have a hard time delegating to others, especially when it's my reputation on the line. Yes, that. I kind of like the idea of having maybe the water isn't on the big one. We could put it on a little one. We could have them like coming up in size. And the one in the pot has a little heart. That might be cute. And we'll need some little bit of water coming out here. We could try that. We could maybe push on this one for it to light up, or maybe even this one. I might even get my little push here button there. That might be cute. Let's stamp one more flower in case I decide to do that. Is there another flower? Yes, this one is smaller. We'll use that one. fabulous, darlings. I like the layout right there. Woohoo! Oh, Disipol. I am butchering everyone's names tonight. I'm so sorry. Can you give us some tips on the cutting mats? I found some for €10 and some for €50. They are the same size and look the same. A boo. Yeah, there is a lot of options. I started with one over here, which is called what now? It doesn't even have a name on it. So there's different types. You have these ones here, and they are self-healing. They have like a rubbery kind of feel to them. Normally they have the grid printed on it as well. I bought my first one from a art shop with the thought that it's an official art shop. It will be the best thing for the job. And you know what? It worked perfect. A friend bought one from The Works, which is like a budget stationery and bookshop thing here in the UK. And what happened with them was when you draw your knife along it like this, the idea is that you should not be able to feel the groove at all, because it heals itself, it comes back together. And the one that she had, the rubbery stuff on top was not rubbery enough, it was too hard, so hers just was really scratchy. So then if you were like colouring or something on top, it would pick up those scratchy lines. This black one I bought on Amazon. It has the name of it up here and it is spelt UESTA. It is 60 centimeters by 45. And what I liked about it was that it was black, and I thought at the time it'd be really good for my camera because there's more contrast when I'm doing my live streams. I'm not sure if that's true because it gets stained really easily. You can see I've got lots of like marks and stuff over it. So when I have asked you guys in the past, what do you prefer, this one or a cutting mat that I have put a non-stick craft mat or a heat resistant craft mat on top, you've said that you quite like that one. You can also get glass cutting mats. I have a thing about glass. I hate it. And I don't know what it is. At uni, I'm going to add a grass here, so I'm going to get my Heffy tape. But first I'm going to stick this down. At uni, when we rented an apartment, there was, oh no, I wasn't going to use this. Let me get another one. I rented an apartment and the apartment had a glass coffee table. And I absolutely hated it. It had far too much, like fingerprints everywhere. I didn't like it. For a craft mat, however, or a cutting mat, it's good in the fact that there won't be any staining on it. So that's good. Where are you? I really need to label these because I always forget which is which. I have to measure it out. Yeah. You won't get any staining if it's a glass mat because it'll just wipe it off. I will find that I would probably get annoyed that it's too slippy. Like, I like the resistance on this, but I don't think I could ever use it because of camera glare. So because of all those reasons, I can't really, let's go this side. Because of all those reasons, I can't really give you an unbiased review of what it's like to use a glass mat. What I can tell you is this one on Amazon, it was not expensive. I want to say it might have been £18 or something, which for something I use every time I craft, like to me, I have I would probably pay $50 for a craft mat because I'm going to use it every time that I craft. So yeah, it's going to get more use in pretty much everything in my craft room. And add a little bit of grass along the bottom here. So with that in mind, what colours could I use? Do we want soil? Yeah, I think we want soil. Okay. Frayed burlap. I have no idea when frayed burlap was last used. I don't even really remember what colour it is. Let's give it a go. I'll grab a little scratch piece of card. Would you recommend a light grey or dark grey instead? I guess it depends on what you're planning to do with it. The green one worked well for me. The black one, the black one works fine. Are you going to be recording with it? Because that's where mine has the problem. Well, it's not even a problem because I think you guys can see perfectly fine. I just think it looks messy. I think the green one seemed to have less marks show up on it. There's a really nice pink one which would be cool as well, I think. It really doesn't matter. I think it's personal choice. It's really not going to affect how it behaves. Yay! I used frayed burlap. I feel like such a good girl. I'm going to actually do some splatters with this as well to get more of a sort of soil look is the plan anyway. Let me put this down here to protect it. And I'm going to need a paintbrush. I think a hard bristle brush might work best for this. It's not very hard, but it'll do. Ooh, in fact, this paintbrush kind of gives a stipply look anyway because it's got harder bristles at the end. Cool. And yes says, are we permanently on Thursdays now? I know, it's crazy. We are not. That's not the plan. It's just that Fridays just seem to be the day where things happen. Next week we've got my friend coming, Ruth, but I'm hoping that she will come and join us on the stream. And then the week after, which is the 30th, that is Piper's school's Christmas fair. Although technically it finishes at 8, so I might just be able to make that one. I'm just going to be exoinked. Might just depend on whether I have the energy. This does not seem to be doing anything other than getting paint on me. Or ink, pardon me. I'm going to try a darker color. Might actually move, I think I might move to some paint. And yes, says, oh, what's you any day? Thank you. That makes my heart go all, oh. Love you guys. My little crafty friends. Okay, let's see what we got going on over here. I think it's a paintbrush I'm not in love with. We'll give it a go. Ooh, this looks more red. Purpley red. Rejected. This is the Kuretake Gansai Tambi. It does have a little swatch thing in the lid. Okay, so these two is probably the ones that I want. This one. Put a little spritz of water in there just to get it nice and juicy. I'll put that onto my acrylic block just to loosen it up a little. There we go. Beautiful. I think that looks more like soil now. And when it dries, I think even more so. Okay, so this panel will be the front of my card. And I will build this on top of a card base, which is exactly where my circuit will be. Your evening with Piper was wonderful. What a precious woman, girl. Are you talking about the stream? The live stream that we did one weekend? She is a great kid. I can't complain. I mean, I sometimes do, because she's also a kid. You know, one of those ones that has selective hearing and things like that. But yes, she's good. She's good fun. She's off to a friend's house tomorrow night for a sleepover, a birthday sleepover. Okay, so I've used for the rectangle, I have used the Heffy Doodle imperial stitch rectangles because we've got 2 types, imperial and metric. And then for the circle, I've got the Heffy Doodle Stitch circles. If you guys are in the market for some circle dies, you're going to want to check out these big mamas. Look at the amount of dies in this set. Ooh, big mama. Okay, so this is going to go here like this onto a card. And we're going to have a little moose. And these guys, though, are going to be, they're going to be up there. I might actually put, oh no, I remember. This guy, heart, was in there, wasn't it? And it was going to get the, what do you think so far? So it's going to get the water. Maybe like this, and we'll have some water coming out. And what color shall I do the circle is a question. I might do it yellow. I think I'm going to do it yellow, and I think I'm going to blend it with my brushes because I'm a rebel. Oh, I'm a rebel, she's so cute. Yeah. Let's see. Some orange trying to sneak its way into the scene. Oh, I don't know. So these are just cheap makeup brushes from the pound shop. And I have taken a piece of plastic from some packaging and made a little cylinder with it so I can push them up to get a more condensed brush at the top. I find that works really well. I have bought, however, some Tim Holtz blending brushes, and I just looked around there to see if I've got them there, but they must be in the house. Oh, silly Lesley. But that's okay. This works grand. So I have a question for my international friends. Do you guys try and mimic or impersonate an American accent like people over here do with your accents? If so, will you try and do it, Lesley? Yeah, we do. So I have, we have a Facebook group for our design team where we interact, and I very frequently will do live videos with them, and I'm like, hey y'all, and they love it whenever I have my American accent on. And today, Kelly, one of the design team girls, said, do you guys say homies? I was like, only if we're making fun of Americans. So, yeah, she was asking things like that. Although I have to say that the one thing the design team like better than me talking with a fake American accent is when I do my Harry Potter most English of voices and impersonate characters from Harry Potter. That is the real treat there. All right, let's see what we've got. I like this. Kind of looks like a sun now. Kind of looks like he's, hey, just standing on the sun over here. Why not? This is going to go here. And we're going to do some, are we going to do some clouds though? You know what? I don't think we should add some clouds. I think we should add a little bit of color of something, but not a normal color. I think maybe we do a pink or a purple. And I might actually blend it again with my doodads. I think I'm gonna go for purple. Let's try that. Oh, Kim says pink. Pink, pink, pink. I got a pink. Pink. We want pink. That works. Actually, I don't even know whether I've got a pink. I do. Never fear. Pink is here. And I have a Catherine Pooler ink party dress. Although I've never blended with it before, I might need to test it out. It's a little scratchy. Might just be my brush has not yet been broken in. We'll give it a go anyway. Just to add a little bit of soft colour. Can you guys see it? I want to see the Harry Potter impersonation. Well, it's more of the sound really. They kept saying, let me see, let's get them as well. Harry Potter? I feel like I'm no good at it and you're just going to make fun of me. You all have to just apply for the design team and then you get into the inner circle. You've got Professor McGonagall as well. It's like, Hermione Granger, get to the common room right away. You're going to make me want to watch Harry Potter. Although I'm going to Harry Potter Studios. I can't wait. Blend pink to purple. Okay. I'll bring my pink up. It's so pretty. Accidentally got pink at the top there. Don't want to go too far up because I want the blue to stand out. All the more incentive to get on the design team, for sure. Purple. What did I do with that ink pad now? Oh, I left it up here for some silly reason. That was pretty good to me, Harry Potter fan. Yay. Yes, so for my birthday, Craigie got us tickets to go to Harry Potter Studios. So that is a Friday. Is it a Friday? Maybe it's not Friday. Looking at my diary. It's a Saturday. So hopefully no come craft with me interruptions that week. But I might be incredibly excited. For the fun. We would never make fun of you. That was good. Yay. It's hard to see the purple. I don't want to go too dark though. I kind of like the softness that we have going on. I like it. I'm going to splatter it with some water though to try and do some pickup. Because I like that. But it doesn't need much time of this dye ink pad, so I'm just going to have my tissue at the ready. There we go. What do you think? Pretty, huh? He's so pretty. Let me bring it up close to you. I like it a lot. Fabulous, darling. Hi, Snow. All right, we are doing good. So you're gonna have this little guy over here. This one's gonna be here. Next up we have flower, heart flower in a pot. Heart flower has to be pink, I reckon. And then this guy, and then this guy. So let's color in the rest of these elements now that we have an idea of placement. So we're gonna go pink for this dude. Of course, now it's harder to, oh, RV13, why do you do this to me every time? Where are you, Tiger Lily? More orangey. Apparently it's gonna just turn out red. That's okay. Oh no, it's bleeding. Don't bleed. Pesky red colors. Have to tidy it up with some white gel pen around the outside. Should have saw that one coming. All right, this one's going to be purple, I reckon. Although Snow and I had this conversation that we don't, we're not big fans of the purples that are in the distress inks. They all seem really pink. So I'm going to try and balance it out with some blues. Although it's a tiny little piece of paper. So I'm gonna let it just absorb for a minute. And this guy's gonna be orange, je crois. Maybe some pinkish tips. I don't know what flower is orange with pinkish tips, but this one is that flower. And I'm going to go for a mauve center because we live in a world where anything can happen, baby. Anything at all. Back to my poi-po. That's better, I think, than the purples that we have, and it ties in nicely with our background. And I feel like I want some more purples over here, maybe deeper purples. Oh, this is super deep. How deep is your purple? No. Just can't do it with the purples. If you guys get any good purple combos that you can share with us, because I struggle a lot. Maybe I'm just missing. Let me see if I've got any others. Maybe this one will work. Oh, it's just as dark. Also just as dark. This one works. Sort of. It's a bit dull. Hopefully it's not too like, oh! Can you put the legs of the mouse behind the front panel to make it look like he's popping out the hole? Sure can. Like this. Because it's a mouse hole. That works. I'm not in love with this flower, but it might just have to do. I might add some pink on top to see if that... It's ironic. Or maybe some blue. It's ironic. I'm like, it's too pink, and then this one's really not pink. I'm like, oh, it's not pink enough. Still looks pretty. And I think maybe a light pink. On the outside here. Gonna add a little stippling just to add the illusion of texture on that one. There we go. I prefer his legs showing. He's so cute. Oh, we didn't do these. Okay, well, this should be, like, I want to do it pink, but none of my pinks are the hot pink that I want. It's like either a hot pink or a... turns out to be a nasty neon pink. Like this ugly thing. But we'll layer a few colors and see if that calms things down. little yellow heart. I'm going to do a grey bit there. And a blue stripe for fun. We're getting there. Hopefully that'll bring out the blues from the card. Okay, so what's your thoughts on the mouse's top and hat? Answers on a postcard. Just kidding. Put them in the comments. What do you think? Should we do a grey hat? Questions. While you guys are thinking, I'm going to prepare my card base. This one definitely needs some tidying up, so I'm going to do that right now with a gel pen. Hide my sins. You would never know. Blues. Bear in mind we're going to have some blues coming out here. Boop, 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 boop. I think blues would work though. Should we go for some bluesies? Apparently that's more of a turquoise, but that works for me because I love turquoise. We could maybe give him some stripes. Wouldn't that be fun? Yes it would. Off camera again. And we'll do some pinks here. Oops. Or oranges. Hello from Alaska. Hi Sintang. How are you? Blue. Me too. Blue greens are my faves. Alright, I'm gonna go for some. I wonder if this would work. It's a nice fine tip. Oh, I like it a lot. A little stripey majig. You're so cute. Oh, I haven't done his ear. Oops, sorry guys. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. So I'm gonna grab my Misty because a Misty is a tool that I think is invaluable when building a Chibitronics card. This out of my way. Okay, so I've got my card blank here. I'm going to pop that right down into the little corner, smoosh it down in there. That's his little home. And then my card is going to go on top here, like this. And this guy is going to be, this guy here is going to be my, oopsies, my battery. So I'm actually going to find a pencil. Finding a pencil in a craft room is actually much harder than you might think. So it's like here. Okay. I've marked on the background where that should be. And this is going to go in here. So I'm going to draw a circle. I don't really need this, to be honest, the circle, but it might help later on. So let's not risk it. So he's going to be there, jumping in midair, because mice can fly now, with this. And we want a little, I'm going to add a tiny bit of glue on the bottom of this so that I can move it as one unit. Using my Sticks 2 glue pen. Love it. Right, this is going to go here. Fabulous, darling. Okay, so where do I want these to be? Roughly here. So I'm drawing them on roughly where I want them to be in pencil, and I'm actually going to use, you can just use a pokey tool, like my piercing tool that I have there. Like this one would work fine, but I kind of like this guy. Which is a very old tool. I'm just cleaning it out. It's a very old tool called the silent setter. And it is for punching holes. Do you remember back in the day when you had to get a hammer and hit a thing like ching, 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 ching? Yeah, this was the answer to that problem, where it's called a silent setter, and you don't need a hammer. Instead, you have this beautiful little foam case. You have this guy fits in here, and you've got 3 different sizes of holes and 3 different sizes of eyelet setting tools, a little pouch with some eyelets in it, and a tiny little mat. So, oops, I need the tool. My phone says Thursday, Heffy. Is this an alternate craft reality? No, I'm just going to go out for dinner tomorrow night. Yay! Yes, Piper is off to a sleepover tomorrow night, and our friends were like, please come and have dinner. Okay. No problemo. Okay, so I'm creating a Chibitronics card using some waffle flour. So did you see what I did there? So this is magnetic, so it goes boop, pops right in there, and you put the nozzle down, and the trick is, you can see me lifting my shoulder here, is that you put your elbow to the ceiling like this, and then you put your weight on it like this and just twist it, and the little tiny bladey bit in there does the magic. It does not, it looks like it's hard work. It's not hard work. I'm going to get an eraser because I didn't realize that the hole would be bigger than what I doodled. So I'm just gonna go for it. think that works. Pretty. I'm gonna do one more. I might need 2 blue lights underneath this. There's a whole load of little holes now. But that's okay. Well, hopefully, actually, I say it's okay. I haven't even checked if we've got blue lights. Imagine that if I didn't have any blue lights. Ay, caramba. All right, so I've got my background. Put it in the corner. Got my top cover over here, like that. I'm gonna grab a pencil and make a little mark. Where these lights are. Ta-da! All right, over to the side, you guys. So here's what I need. My battery needs to go here, and my lights need to go here. And what I'll probably do is make a little hug. I call it a hug. A little. I'll put like foam tape down here and here and here. I like doing that because what it means is if you've got the light and it shines up, if it's got gaps, it'll shine everywhere. You'll lose the light. But if there's foam there, all the light will have to shine up through the little holes. So I will barricade it in with that. And I think I'm going to need 2 lights. I'm going to put one like here maybe. And one maybe here. Maybe this way would be better. And then it can go up, 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 down. Okay, so the Chibitronic lights, if you're not familiar, let me go and get them. Oh, my lace is undone. Got some here, cool. 2 seconds while I tie my lace. In the deep blue sea. I don't want to trip live on camera. That happened to me once. Well, kind of happened to me. A friend of mine was coming to visit me at work, and it was raining really heavy, and I was so excited. And they drove out front of work, and we had a barrier that lifts. And instead of pressing the button at reception to lift the barrier, I was like, Sarah's here! And I ran out to use my little tag to do it. And as I got there, I went floop, poof, and I can't remember whether I went forward or backwards. I think I went backwards. And I went like flying in the air, smack down. I could hardly get up, like trying to get into her car. I was like, I couldn't even talk. It was so sore. The next day, however, bruises and all, we all gathered round reception to play back the CCTV footage. It was hilarious. Such fun. All right, so here's your copper tape that you need for your Chibitronics cards. And here's some chibi lights. I do have some blues, so that is good. That is so good. And these lights are little triangles, and the pointy end of the triangle is a negative, and then the flat end of your triangle is a positive. And that's the most complicated bit, guys. We have little batteries. Let me go grab one. Which I bought at the pound store, so not expensive. And they have a positive and a negative. And guess what? The positive goes to the positive and the negative goes to the negative, and boom! There you go. That is how complicated a Chibitronics card is. The other thing which you do need, and I'm going to raid my bin for this because I've got some copy paper in there. I'm just going to cut a little rectangle. Hey Olga! Yay! Is it Friday? It says yells. I am sorry, everybody, that the weekend has not come already. I am afraid there's another day of work to go. For most of you, I'm sure. But I've got plans. I've got dinner plans tomorrow. So that's why today we're having fun crafting. So this is where we're putting the battery. And it's like, so this square, this rectangle is like twice the size of my battery. So that's what you need for that. And I've stuck down one bit, half of this kind of, so that I have a little flap that folds over. That's your magic trick. And what we're going to do is we're going to put down two lights here. And like I said, this was a negative pointy end here. Zoop, zoop, zoop. And then this was the positive at the bottom. So this line that goes along the flat ends of our battery will be the positive channel, the positive railway track, and it will go here, and this will be the positive side of my battery. And this is the negative railway track, chuka 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 chuka, chuka 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 chuka, chuka 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 chuka, and it will come up here. It will flip around the other side. This will be the negative, and it will fold over and make the connection, and everything will illuminate, and it's going to be so magic. So let's do it. It's not complicated. People think it's complicated, but they're making it complicated in their little brain, because it is not complicated. You do need to make sure, however, that your railway tracks, your copper tracks, don't touch, because electricity is lazy like Lesley. It will take a shortcut if you give it a shortcut. And I'm eyeballing this because I have made a fair few Chibitronic cards. You might want to figure it out exactly. Down to about here. All right, let's give this a little burnish with our nails. You can use the Boon folder either. Boon folder. Very posh there. And let's get our blues. Da ba dee da ba da. Because it's water. We're making water droplets. I want to make sure that this is going to be in the area with my little holes or water droplets. Now, these are stickers, so they are self-adhesive. However, when you peel them off, the backer in here, and then put them on here, sometimes I feel like they need a little bit of help sticking down. So I sandwich them in like this. And that way there is no escape, because my craft room can get pretty toasty warm. And whenever you have a toasty warm craft room, what tends to happen is your adhesive loses, because it's humid, it loses its stick and it peels away. So you don't want your sticker to lift even a tiny bit, because that's going to ruin the whole thing. It's going to ruin your circuit. Ain't nobody got time for that. By the way, that meme thing, that video that went viral, I had no idea what that was. It was Crystal then, from the design team, was trying to explain to me what it was, and she had to show it to me. All right, so this was our positive, remember? Positive side goes there, boom. Negative, ta-da! Ta-da! It's gonna be so pretty. Now, I'm actually going to put some foam tape here. Foam tape here. Oh, here it is. I tidied my desk. I removed a thing from my desk which kept my foam, and I realized that I had this massive thing that just held my foam, and this is all my foam, but it was spread out through all the on this little holder thing. So I decided it was time to declutter. Consolidate and sort it out. Okay, so these are little 1 mil foam pads, and I'm going to put them on the edge of my positive side. It doesn't actually matter which side that you put it on. All I'm trying to do is raise up my battery. When both the copper tape on both sides is touching the battery, there's a connection, your light will be on. But if this is going through the mail or something, you don't want it to be on all the time. You want there to be a bit of a gap. So with that foam pad, there is a gap, but the foam is soft enough that you press it and it makes the connection. Magic. And you let go and the foam raises up again. It's so pretty. I love Chibitronics. Chibi cards, says Olga. You got me hooked on them badly. Me? It happens. They're so fun though, right? Right. So at Creativation this year, I'm going to be helping at the Chibitronics class. I did one last year, or technically this year. And woohoo, look at that go. Yeah, so I get to do it again. Woohoo, I love it. So much fun. All right, so don't put tape on the copper, only put it on either side of the copper so that you can, oh gosh, why did that not work? There we go. Oh no, why are you being a punk? Maybe is my foam too close? Guys, if there's any issues, you need to fix it at this point. You do not want to assemble your whole card and then it's being a punk. I think it's okay, you just need a bit of a push. I'm gonna put back my inks. Trying to be tidy. Trying is the operative word. All right, this is gonna go here and this is gonna go there. I'm gonna get back this. I have it, bahaha, what? It was made from a, it was made from a lady telling a story about evacuation. What? What? What was made from a lady telling the story about evacuation? Chibitronics? I have it on my MP3 player XD. You need a stamp that says push hard. Push hard. Hey Amanda! Woohoo! Are you planning to go to Frankfurt with a booth? I'm not planning a booth at Frankfurt, but I am planning to attend. And I'm trying to get Craig to come this time too. Really must book my tickets. This is going to be flat in there. And then we're going to put some foamy woamy round about it. Look at me. I've got a problem. But not one that I want to change. Perfectly fine having a problem. Where's my scissors gone? It's okay, I've got plenty of scissors. All right, so it's a bit thin around here. I'm going to go ahead and use the little skinny milling one. I just thought we could turn this bit into a shaker. Is that crazy? Should we do it? Oh, should we do it? Oh my gosh. Go big or go home, guys. Oh. It's only a problem if it gets stuck in your hair. What, the foam? True that. It does gunk up my scissors, but as I've told you guys before, I think, I used to hate this foam because it was too sticky and it would gunk up my scissors. And then I realized that loads of my cards were falling apart because my craft frame was too hot at times, and because of that, shaker cards and things were just literally falling apart. So now I actually don't care that it gunks up my scissors, because at least I know that my hard work will not be in vain. Put you down there. All right, I'm gonna do it. We need one that goes up here. I told you I was a rebel. Put that in there. And like that. This one's got a sequin stuck to it. And then I need to make my little home for my lights, so that all the light comes up and does not escape into the abyss. Bosh, bada boom, baby. Let's test it out. Let's take these away first of all. I've got more maneuverability. So this is going to go here. We're going to add some acetate to that and make it a little with a little alcohol. Your scissors will be as new. Yes, at the start of the show, I used an antiseptic wipe and it worked wonders. Fabulous. Need to find where this is now. It's right here. Oh, can you see it? You do have to press pretty hard. To find just the right spot for it. It's like here. Here. I'm gonna put a little mark there. Press here hard. It's funny because I actually made a stamp that said press gently, but this is like go with all your might, people. Okay, let's get some acetate. Beautiful. Oh, I've got loads of splatters on the back. What are we going to put in this one? Just mixed sparkles. White, probably. Maybe should we go for something colourful? A little tape around here. Oops. If we make this into a shaker panel, it makes it look like they're like the mouse has a reason to be up there instead of just floating around. Floaty light. It doesn't need to be over these holes, but it also doesn't matter if it is. Nice. Okay, let's go. I'm going to add another little bit of tape just down to here because it's a bit of a... I don't want it to lose structure. And we'll pull off the release paper. Nearly there. All right, so sometimes sequins and things can get stuck to the edge of your foam, so you can use a powder tool like this one from EK Success to give it a little dusting down. And as for inside, I don't know what we want. I think we just go for something subtle. Maybe this one. Those big white ones I'm not loving. So we'll do that. Maybe a few of those pinky white ones. We'll call that done. Now the pièce de résistance. All right, so mooch that down in the corner. Foam on top. And give it a there we go. Olga says you can easily clean sticky tape residue from scissors with WD-40 spray or any oil spray, and it works like magic even with a super spray. Oh, that's a good to know tip. Definitely need to check that one out. Why are you not sitting properly? Okay, you guys, we've got a shaker window. Let's assemble, but don't let me forget to stamp push here on the on this one. That one's going to go there. push hard. Beautiful. Glue dots. I'm just going to grab the little glue dots for the bottom. It's so cute. Thank you. All right. Do you know what I should have done? Stamped a greeting before I assembled everything. It was a silly sausage. Part of me wants to raise this one up further, but I think with the 3mm foam tape that I've already used, it's going to be just too much. So I'll just leave it as it is. However, we could maybe add some like glossy accents or something to the heart. That might be fun. Right, let me go and find my Heffy Doodle Interactively Yours stamp set, which is going to be perfect for stamping in the middle of this little guy. Come on, hiding on me. There you are. Oh, I think I might need to replenish this soon. It's been well loved. Push here or press here. I think press here is probably the one that we want. Hi, Linda. All right, I managed to trap one of my own hairs in this. Whoops. So this is the Interactively Yours stamp set by Heffy Doodle. If you like making interactive cards, you gotta get your hands on this. Apparently, it's determined to shine no matter where I put it. There we go. And I will say that part of the charm of these is the fact that it's really tiny writing. Because of that, however, you need a super light hand. I like to use a hard felt pad, ink pad, for that reason, which is why I use my Memento with this. I need to work the treat. But yet I still do a couple of stamps on a scratch piece of paper just to be sure. Hi Ashley, how are you? All right, I'm liking this little pouch over here for keeping things neat and tidy. I've still got random stuff dotted around, but I don't feel quite as claustrophobic as normal. Normally I'm like, everything's encroaching in, and then you guys can't see it all, but I'm like, I've got this tiny little square in the middle. Okay, let's put these Chibitronics away. Fabulous. Okay, let's add this on here. Excited to catch you live. Yay! I'm excited that you can join me. That's a good thing about having a random night instead of a Friday night, is that we catch new people, because a lot of the time people are busy on a Friday night. Ta-da! So it's good to be able to catch new people. That works, I think. I'll stick this down first with a little gloopity glue dot. Like this. Da, 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 da. I'm going to do, there you are. I was wondering where you were. I'm going to do a tiny slit in between his arms, which should allow me to put one arm in front and one arm behind. I'm going to do the same on the between his arm and his moosh, and then we can do a little bit of tucking in. It looks like he's got a little spiky bit on the bottom of his chinny chin now. We'll just get rid of that. All right, here we go. Yes, beautiful. He's kind of going to be standing on the top of this circle, this random circle. Don't ask what it is. Don't ask what it is, because we don't know. Ah dear, it's good fun though. It is so good fun. I've got some Heffy on my colouring space, ready to colour. Hopefully a new card to share soon. Yay! Woohoo! Ashley's cards are gorgeous. So that fills me with glee. All right, I'm gonna commit to that. I only mildly regret not stamping this beforehand. Do you think we could get away with it? Maybe. Plant dreams or grow happiness. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stamp it onto some card and colour it and add like a little tag coming down, because then if it doesn't work out, we won't commit. Shame you don't have a step ladder for it to stand on. Yeah. I just imagine that there's a hole in the wall that's like 2 inches above the ground and a mouse can climb in there. Anything is possible. We live in a world where mice can climb high. It's just the way it is, guys. I don't make up the rules. Except I normally do. Okay, I'm going to do here, and then I'm going to trim it down. Thanks, Lesley. Glad you like them. I always enjoy crafty time with my Heffy goodies. Woohoo! Yay! That makes me very happy as well. Oh, phew. I thought that I'd messed something up. It was just a little speck of je ne sais quoi. All right, so I think I'm going to come in again with my pink blending brush. But I'm probably going to try to work it quite hard because I think I want it quite pink. So we gotta work it, baby. Sweet. So I take out my party dress again. See what we can do. Oh yeah, baby. Get a little ombre on the go. Oh, I just put my thumb in it. Dear me. Caught pink-handed in the ink. I do feel a bit out of whack now, like it should be Friday when it's only Thursday. Are you guys getting all confused too? So pretty. Apparently I am butterfingers tonight. We good. Right, let's trim this down. Plant Dreams. Where are we going to trim it is the question. I'm going to be pernickety because I've done this much on my card. I don't want to mess it up now. So we're going to have, this is the straight line here. And I think we're going to put maybe like that. Okay, I'm going to go and trim this down. Ma guillotine. Plant Dreams, and I want a an angle here. So 4 and a bit, probably like here. I can't remember the last time I actually took out a ruler to measure something, apart from designing of dies and things, which is why this is on my desk. Concentration face. That's pretty too. I should have done it that way. It's just a little too big. I'm going to take a sliver off it. Get my concentration face on again. Linda says, first snowstorm of the year right now. Oh. See, I would be like, oh, that's exciting, but it's not exciting for those who are stuck in it. Slicey McSlicey. Committed. Got quite a lot of pink happening on my desk now. What do you think? Pretty? I like it. Let's stick it down, baby. Ooh, already about 6 inches. Oh. We went to walk down by Piper's school. There's like, walk down a path and over a little bridge. And on either side of the path there's trees. And it's covered, it's obviously covered in leaves. And when I was walking to school this morning with Piper, it was covered in leaves. And I was like, oh, they need to sweep this again. And then as we walked down to pick her up, I was like, I think they've swept this because I can definitely see tarmac. And Craig was like, no, there's leaves everywhere. And I was like, no, I think they definitely swept it. They must have swept it this morning. And he was like, no, there's leaves. And then this gust of wind came and like another 200 leaves fell right in front of our face. I'm like, yep. So that's that. Plant dreams. I love it. Well, I'm more impressed that Lesley managed to keep her work surface super tidy. Woohoo! I'm going to finish this off with a some glossy accents, I reckon. Let me grab my glossy accents and pray that I don't mess it up. That's the problem with cards like this, is that you get this far. I get anxiety. Oh. Alright, we're good, we're good. Let's do the heart here. Oh, you know what I should have done? Is use my Nouveau Crystal Glaze. I've not actually used that at all yet. Keep meaning to and then I forget. And I remember at exactly this point once I've committed. Have you guys used it yet? The Nouveau Crystal Glaze? Apparently it's essentially the same thing, but some people say it dries with more dimension. Some people say that it's super runny and they don't like it. And I can't say anything yet because I've not tried it. Bad egg. Going to do, oh my gosh, this is either going to be an awful idea or an amazing idea. I'm going to do little drops over these holes. And I'm thinking they'll really look like water when they dry. Or it'll look a big mess. I'm going to do the petals on this one. I'm not sure how it would turn out with the Linda says little thinner, dries faster. There we go. All right, so I've had lots of fun tonight. I'm going to literally place this here and not touch it. And I'm actually going to finish up. Normally I go right the way to midnight, but it is a school night, guys. So I cannot be going to bed too late. Thank you guys for joining me for Come Craft With Me this week on a Thursday. I was making a Chibitronics card featuring waffle flowers. Grow Happiness stamp set, which is super cute. I made it into a shaker card here. We've got lights there, press me in the middle, use the Interactive with Yours stamp set from Heffy Doodle to do that. All right, thanks everyone. If you are not watching right now and you think I should have been, then please ring the bell and hit so that you can get notifications whenever I go live. It's coming up to Christmas. It's coming up to busy. There's things happening left, right and centre. Next week I've got friend Ruth. I'm hoping that she might come and join us. Come craft with Lesley and Ruth. If not, either I will pick another day and do it instead, or she might just play a board game with Craig or something while I play with you guys. She'll not mind. All right, Penny Alice here, just in time to say goodbye. Bye! I shall see you guys next week. Have a lovely weekend, and I shall see you soon. Have fun crafting. Bye! Bye, you guys. Good night.